Dealing with a faulty product. It can be incredibly frustrating to spend your hard-earned money on purchasing a product, only to discover at a later date that the goods you bought were actually faulty. Fortunately, consumers are protected by the Sale of Goods Act that was introduced in 1979, which entitles them to a product that fits the description, operates as proposed, and capable of lasting a reasonable length of time. Understanding satisfactory as described. Determining whether an item is satisfactory as described can be something of a complicated matter for consumers and corporations alike. The as described part is generally quite straightforward. For example, if you buy a silk scarf, then you can expect it to be made out of silk. If you purchase a multi-region Blu-ray player, you should expect it to play international discs. Unfortunately, however, it is common for customers to purchase products that don't actually meet the expectations put forth by the label. The as described part of assessing a faulty product is what protects consumers from attaining less than they actually paid for. On the other hand, determining whether something is of satisfactory quality can be difficult. According to the law, satisfactory regards anything that you would be reasonably happy with in context of the item's price and condition. Reasonable, on the other hand, means what any reasonable person would consider to be fair. The proof you need to return faulty goods. If you discover that the goods you purchased are faulty and return them within a time frame of 6 months, it will be the responsibility of the store that you purchased from to prove that the items were not actually faulty when you first bought them. However, after 6 months, the burden of proof shifts and becomes your responsibility. However, the Limitations Act means that you have anywhere up to 6 years to complain about a faulty product, but 6 years is pretty extreme. This can be useful if you purchase an item and then don't use it for a number of months or years, or if something breaks after 6 months of service and the fault probably existed from inception. It's worth noting that the longer you wait and the less durable the item is, the more complicated it will be to obtain a full refund on your original purchase. In some instances, you may actually have to accept a credit note or partial refund instead. The return status. Most stores will give you a little more leeway than what is described in the law. The truth is, a number of people have bought something only to decide at a later time that it isn't suitable for use, and stores are not obligated by law to take the item back if you have simply changed your mind. Despite this, even though it is not your legal right, most companies will still offer you a refund if they believe they can sell it to someone else. Make sure you keep the box or the original packaging. That matters too.